people have of them already. They just want to keep that perception. And what I do is I attempt to get them to change their ways and change their habits to seeing them grades, because sometimes they feel they're not capable of making A's and B's when they are. And if they have that positive person who's willing to stay with them and work with them and talk to them and understand them, they're willing to put an effort to change that. And when they see that they are capable of receiving an A and B, that gives them a whole different light.
What is the possible potential of increasing an individual's self-esteem in our youth? I mean, because, you know, self-esteem, it goes not only with our youth, but adults as well. How important and vital is it to have that self-esteem increase, you know, the high level of self-esteem within yourself?
It's very important, because if you don't have that, you can't move forward. It's hard to move forward without the self-esteem. And sometimes people don't have that at home. So they have to, that's why they join gangs, to try to get that from them. But what it is you have to inspire yourself, put more self-esteem on yourself in different ways. I know within myself, I'm the only child. And I had to think, what did I want to do? I had many times to join different things, but I didn't choose that. I chose the fact that I want to go to school and I want to better myself. Even when I had my son at a young age, I still chose to go to school. How was I going to make that happen when I didn't have as much help from relatives, being by myself? I just chose to do it. Everybody's not built the same. Everybody's not made the same. But I always had in my mind that I was going to finish school. My grandmother always told me, do not let nothing stop me from going to school. And I remember that from the time I was a child. And I took my son with me to school, to high school, Curtis High School in Staten Island. And I would ask teachers, security guards, friends who wasn't in class, could you watch him for a minute so I could go to this class? I could get my homework. And I did it. I did what I had to do with my son. The whole time I was in John Jay College, my son sat right near me in class. I made it my business to go to school. Even when I came to Charlotte to get my bachelor's degree, I took all 3 of my children with me to Pfeiffer University, sit in class so I could obtain my degree. And I was motivated. I motivated myself because I didn't like what I was seeing in the world. I didn't like what I seen my friends doing. Now to this day, my friends, a lot of them are trying to get their degree now, to where I already have that.
What type of impact do you feel like taking your kids, showing them exactly you in the education increase? How do you think that instilled in their minds as far as education, the importance of education?
I feel that made a great positive impact, because they seen me, no matter what came my way, I still did what I had to do, and I took them. And that's something they know, no matter what's there, they can go to school, because it's something that's an opportunity there for everybody, and it's free. Maybe college is not free, but you will find a way to get there. If not through your grades, through sports, through sponsorship, through financial aid. As long as people see you really attempting to set that goal, they will help you.
I know you just achieved your master's. How important was it to you to accomplish that feat, and where do you see yourself going as far as future education?
To achieve my master's was hard, because I worked 12 hours a day, shift work, and I did my homework at work. And I still did my work, I still raised my children, but I had to separate how I did it, because I didn't want to take the homework home where I didn't have time with my children. So I did it at work when I had the time to do it at work. It was hours where I had time in between. I made sure I did it at work. I told everybody, I will speak to you at a later time. This is something I have to do. And my supervisors was there for me. They had my back, as well as my family and my husband. So that worked out really well. And then once I received it, I said, okay, I got this. Where's my next step? Well, my next step is I want to see my children graduate from high school. I have one going to the 8th grade now and one starting the 9th grade. My 21-year-old starting work, he's fine. He's doing what he got to do. College may not be for everybody, but I tell him, if that's something you want to do, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. Let me show you the benefits of having a college education as to the benefits of not having one. And then they can choose from there. But as far as with my degree, right now I'm going to sit with that and work on this program, them stepping out on faith, getting our youth together so they're not destructed.
I know you recently just gotten married. How much of an impact does that play on your life? You know, getting that male as far as with your kids and stuff. How much does that play to have that partnership?
At first, I thought I could do it all by myself, which I kind of feel that did something. But as far as having a father in the house now, who actually is the children's father, it's better help. Now we have more of a cohesiveness there, to where everything is not just falling on me, where I have a helpmate, someone to help me with them, and someone to step in where I may be yelling too much, and he could step in and say, look, stop yelling, talk to them, do this, or he'll step in and take over. And that helps out as far as a male. From 3 boys with a mom, I felt I was much harder than what he is on them. But as a male, he may understand them more, and they may feel comfortable more with coming to him, talking about some things they may not feel comfortable talking to me with. So I feel that's greater. And then how we get along, we best friends. And our money, we put together and we do different things. So they see that too. And they see how a household is supposed to be ran with 2 parents that work, that share different times with them and spend time together as a family. The cohesiveness as it's supposed to be.
I know we have a lot of single parents in our community. What do you feel to be the biggest difference between that single parent lifestyle and now partnering with your, with your husband?
I was a single parent for many years, but the difference may be now you have to talk more. You have someone you have to make decisions with, and you have to agree to disagree, and you have to bring it on to one accord. It's not just me no more. It's us. And how can we make a difference? Not just for ourselves, but for the family.
Okay, going back into our youth and our community, what type of advice do you give to the youth when you see them dealing with a lot of issues, not only in school, but at home?
My slogan is, despite whatever come your way, you make sure things go your way in a positive manner. And I always tell them, take time out, sit down, think about different things. I try to have them write negative things and positive things and that impact, and see which ones do they like. And I always bring into their mind, if you do this negative thing, where will it take you? How can you make it out of this negative impact with that positive impact you done laid down? Do you want to go to jail? Do you want to live? If you want to live, how do you want to live?
How important is it? Because there can be, a child can make one bad decision that might affect their whole lives. How important is it to think about what you're doing prior to actually going out there and acting out on it?
It's very important. It's very important to think about it. A lot of times, us even as adults sometimes don't think about what we do before we do it, that impact. But sometimes we have to take time, sit back and look and see things before we do it. Because when we do it, that outcome may be something we cannot deal with. And a lot of times that's why we are seeing a lot of teens committing suicide. Because it's something they did, they couldn't deal with it. And they didn't know how to talk or find help. And they feel this is the ending way here. And that's something that has to be changed. And again, this is why I say I'm stepping out on faith, and I want to take time and talk to them. I want to take time to be the person there to understand them.
Where do you see stepping out on faith going as far as we're running short on time? What would you feel be the most you want to get from stepping out on faith, your company?
I just want to make an impact, be a motivator, be there for them. Be there for them to where they graduate high school, college, go to their games. Stepping out, help them make different decisions. Change the mind from self-destruction to positive.
That passion that you have for your company, where does it come from?
It comes from the things I went through in my life, growing up as a child and seeing the different things of not wanting to give up, not wanting to go to jail, not wanting to do it. Everything I said I want to do in my life, I have done. I started out by writing it, and then now I'm living it.
The violence that we have in our community, how do we end it? Especially with our youth. How do we end that violence?
We have to come together, and we have to sit down, take time, and understand. Not all of us are not angels, and we can't expect them to always be angels, but we have to help them.
I know they got a lot of programs within the detention center that deals with helping the kids out in as far as that violent act. How important is programs like that?
It's very important because they see law enforcement coming out, helping them make a change, want to make a change, want to be a part of. They also have a group there called the not just the reality program, where the teens could sign up to come in as citizens and work part of that.
Okay, we're running short on time, Ms. Mitchell. If you had one more thing to say to our community, what would you say?
Step out on faith in a positive manner.
If someone needed to get in contact with you, how would they do that?
They can email me at steppinoutonfaith@ymail.com, or they can write Stepping Out on Faith, P.O. Box
680-243.
It's Stepping Out on Faith. Shaneise Mitchell is there for you, despite whatever may come your way. Ensure you have a great day.
Hey, I'm thankful to have Ms. Mitchell on the show. You can watch this show on YouTube as well. Let's go on and say Paul Brown Show with guest Ms. Shaneise Mitchell. Until we meet again, you be encouraged. Thank you.